Hey everyone, want to stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, let the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to subscribe to our Options Trading Live channel, link is below in the description. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below to the Discord and our Options Trading group on Facebook. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Definitely appreciate it. Today, coming off 2 losing days, today was a little bit better for me. Not great. I closed up on the day about $50, which that is good. However, I'm still in the process of doing some cleanup from the mistakes that I made. So that being said, let's get into it. There's a lot going on. And going into tomorrow's, which we'll cover, SPY took a huge dump. And I'll get into my trades here in a second, but I just want to cover this. SPY took a huge dump from 306 all the way down to 302 area. Basically, Trump announced that he's going to be, which we knew, Trump's going to be having a press conference on Friday regarding China. We're not exactly sure what it's going to say. There's some speculations that Trump could take actions against China, which he's blamed for the spread of COVID-19. And he previously said he was mulling withdrawing from a January trade deal that scaled back some tariffs between the two countries. So he may scale back. I don't know. We don't know what he's going to say. So that's the speculation right now in the market. We're not sure what he's going to say. But right now, the market is reacting in a negative way. And if you're looking at SPY here, we started to recover. I thought we were going to maybe hit like the 310, 307 area. We did hit 306.84. So I guess kind of close enough to 307, right? So what I did do, and I'll get into some of my trades here. What I did do is I put on a debit spread for June, so 22 days out. I'm long the 303 put, short the 290 put. Up a couple bucks on that right now. But what essentially I'm looking to do here, if we look at it, I'm essentially looking for SPY to come down to the, zoom in here a little bit, come down just to like the 300 area. I'm not looking for it to go up super low. I'm sorry, go down super low. I'm not looking for it to like crash to 290 or anything. I'm looking for just like this 300 area right in here. I do have 3 of them. And, if we're looking at SPY, this could definitely fall quick. I do think that it will at least come maybe to the 300 level, maybe try to test the 200-day, which is at like 299.50 right now, 299.65 area. I think it could pull back before pushing back up, but it really depends what's going to be happening with the press conference tomorrow, what Trump wants to do or what he has to say about China. So that's really interesting. Also, today, Trump signed the executive order targeting Twitter, social media companies, Facebook for fact checking. Essentially what's going to happen, the executive order targets companies granted liability protections through Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act without congressional action. However, there are limits to what Trump can do with the executive order. The president said Thursday that he would indeed pursue legislation in addition to the order. So Trump is basically pissed because Twitter slapped on the fact checker on his mail-in ballot tweets, and he didn't like that and is saying it's illegal and blah blah blah. So I don't know. We kind of went into it this morning. I'm not going to get into it on this live stream on if we think it's right, if we think it's wrong. This is definitely a very gray area, and we could probably talk about this for the next hour. So I'm not going to take up the time. But that being said, Facebook and Twitter moved pretty good today. They all gapped down, but then ripped up, and then they sold off when that China news came out. Same with Twitter. Pretty much the same price action, gapped down, ripped up, and then came back down. So we're at some key levels here on Facebook and Twitter. They're in play, but you want to be careful. Now that the executive order is signed, maybe the event is out of the way, maybe it'll be good to go again, but we'll see. We gotta see what the price action is, if it's leaning more towards the upside or to the downside. But as you can see here, there was a lot of two-sided action today in Twitter and in Facebook. A couple other trades I did today. Now, DocuSign took a little bit of hit, but it was kind of a win, so I closed it out right at open. DocuSign, I was holding the 130 calls. They expired tomorrow, and this is one of the riskier trades that I had on that was actually max loss when DocuSign, this trade was worth about $900. I lost $360, which is not good. But when it came down here, I was like max loss, so I just kind of held on. And yes, we closed it out for $360 winner, but I did get some. $360 loser, but I did get some money back in that. So not too thrilled about that. We did have a nice trade on Roku today. So Roku put a trade on right in here. When it was 107, I did buy the 110 calls for next week. It was up about $300, and I closed it out for $174 profit on Roku. Now Roku, we had a good entry. We had a good entry, bought it for $288. I had two of them, sold them for $375. Had a good entry. However, the exit wasn't as good. If we look at how high did this go up to? Let's see, Roku 110 calls for next week. Roku 110 calls. I mean, these went as high. So I sold them at $375. These went high as $475. So we left basically $200 on the table. Could have cashed out for a little bit more because I had two of them. So left a couple $100 on the table, but not the end of the world. I did cash out around, what was it, $375? Yeah, $375. So I didn't ride it. These closed at like $379, $379. These did dip down to $335 before catching a little rip back up. But I mean, yeah, it got a little scary end of the day. I was anticipating, like, I wanted to swing this position, which is why I didn't close it out. I didn't think that information would have such a negative impact. But even if you're looking at Roku. I mean, it didn't really dip that much. I mean, yes, it did come down from 110, but it was coming down before that announcement was even made. So, Roku was heading on down, but it did push back up near the end of the day here. In the last 10 minutes of the day, it did push up from 108 all the way up to like 109 area. Now it's at 109.30. So I closed it out. We had a good entry. Feels good to win a trade like that. Maybe not the best, cleanest exit, but after coming off 2 red days, it's just one foot in front of the other, right? Also, what I did was I had a JP Morgan trade on as well. Lost $42 on it. When it pushed up to 101, I was profitable on it, and I thought that I was going to try to push up to 102, which it didn't. It just got stopped out. It didn't even come up to 101.50 before coming down and then selling off the end of the day. So I took a small loss on it, closed it out for $42 loss. So not a great day trade. Probably should have closed it out when I was up. I think I was up like $50 on it, but that's just how it goes. That announcement definitely spooked the markets a bit. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I thought that was kind of priced in, but apparently not. JPM just dropped from 101 all the way down to 99.50. So took quite a hit on that news. So I just was like, hey, I'm not the trade. I had two of them. It was worth like $550. Lost $40 out of it. So we lost about 5%. So I was just like, I'm down 6 or 7% actually. So I said, I'm gonna exit. We're done. We're moving on out. Costco. I'm also in Costco earnings, and now what I did for Costco is I bought a strangle on there, but I did buy it for June expiration. I'm long the 325 call and I'm long the 307.50 call, and this trade right in here. This trade cost me $10, $1,000. And I'm in June expiration. It looks like this. I did go bearish on Costco, and the main main reason why I did go bearish is a bearish skewed strangle. As you can see here, when it closed at 309.50. It's currently trading around like 304 right now. And what I was looking to do on Costco, I've been short the retailers. Let me just pull up Costco here. Now Costco had a nice rip down, and this is the leading thing that Costco was saying. They actually saw, this was pretty interesting, which I thought that was going to happen, is they said they saw a drop off in April because of stay-at-home orders. So basically what happened to Costco is because everybody stocked up in March, April, it kind of tapered off because everyone was already really stocked up and no one was going into the store. And they're blaming it on stay-at-home orders and social distancing, but people need stuff, right? People need stuff. I mean, I was ordering through Costco, but I was ordering through Instacart. I never actually went to Costco myself in the last couple of months. I've been getting stuff from Costco, but I've been getting it through Instacart. So apparently, sales were a little bit weaker than expected. They also saw additional costs due to COVID-19. So costs were higher right here. Sales grew. Costs were higher due to the COVID-19 crisis. Net income fell at $838 million or $1.89 a share. And it just they don't really have much of an online presence either. There was no, unlike Walmart and Target, where you can, in other grocery stores where you can place online orders, go for pickup. Costco, you can't do that. They don't have curbside pickup, curbside drop off, or anything like that. So it's tough. It's tough. Everybody loaded up in March, and now Costco's just kind of chilling. Now Costco, what I'm looking for in terms of Costco is, it has a really solid support down at 300. I'm just looking for it to come down to 300 right now. Right now it's at 30. Yeah, it's at 304, 303.90 right now, and currently, let me just do a little bit of analysis right in here. What I was looking at, let's bring some down. The reason why I bought premium was pretty cheap. Implied volatility, just go back real quick. Implied volatility, I mean, for the expiration it was only 32% implied volatility for that weekly expiration. I was looking forward just to revisit 300. I do think it will. I'll be making like $300 if it comes down to the 300 area. Sorry, my mouse just freaked out. So I'll be making, if it comes down to 300 area, I'll be making like $300 theoretically, and we'll be making about 30% on the trade. I'm not looking for a big winner here, but I did skew it bearish with some protection. And the reason why I went with a 325 call is because if it did go to the upside, it pushes up above 320, it could definitely go very, very quick, as we saw back in here, where it just pushed up super quick but got rejected here. So I was using 320 resistance as some protection and thinking it was going to be heading down. Also, it got capped out here on 310, which it has been getting capped out. So as you guys know, I have been trading Costco pretty regularly, and I was just trading the chart for the most part, but also knowing, because other retailers are reporting higher costs for COVID-19 prevention and whatever they need to do within their stores. That pretty much sums up my trades. Going in for tomorrow, also looking at CRM. Now CRM tumbled quite a bit here. They pull this up over here. Guidance for the full year was softer than what analysts had expected. So guidance was softer. They missed on earnings here, and they were topping out here around like 183, 185 area, and that sell-off at the end of the day really hurt them. Now, if you're looking at this, they're still at 174. I mean, it saw a lower price yesterday. I mean, on that sell-off, I mean, we dipped down to 171, so it's still in a range. It's at the bottom of this range. It could come down to 165. So I'm just looking at it tomorrow for a potential day trade, depending on where it goes. Like, wait for a little bit of premium crush, get in there and see if we can make something happen with the momentum that it's moving in. So that's where I'm looking at for tomorrow. If you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end, hit the like button. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.